What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TB Sports 27. And we're back with NHL. We got a doubleheader. We're planning on a doubleheader for you guys today. We're planning on game 3 and 4 in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference postseason here between our 8-seeded Red Wings and, what do we say, the Hurricanes were, I think, the 4 seed or the 3 seed or something like that. Semifinals, one step away from the Eastern Conference Finals, which would be the first time in Detroit Red Wings history. They'll be playing for the Eastern Conference Championship if we can get through this series. Series tied up 1-1, and we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. We'll get our plugs out of the way in the early going of this game. As we always say, welcome aboard. If you had been following us on Twitter, we tweeted out earlier in the day. I think we're going to put them in the alternates here. I know they didn't do well last time. They busted out the all-black unis, but I think here on the road, just to kind of separate themselves from the all-red, they're going to bust out. Now, we got a couple of different options. I think we wore the other ones last time, didn't we? We wore these ones, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to rock them. And I think for both games, maybe they'll just bust out the black unis here. So here we go. If you had been following us, as always, we tweeted out probably about 3 or 4 hours before going live that we were going to be streaming with you guys. So make sure you're following along with us on Twitter, TB Sports 27. And that way you can know when we're going live. You can ask us questions. You can stay up to date. So TB Sports 27, that's the place to be to follow along with us to know when we're going live for streams here. And as always, TB Sports 27 on Patreon. That's where you can help us out. Peter Mrazek in the net again, going up against Marc-Andre Fleury. And also on Twitter, we just bought NBA Playgrounds, and that's a way we can bring basketball to the channel. We've been looking for a way to bring basketball to the channel for some time, and we played our first stream of NBA Playgrounds, and we're going to put together 12 teams with 4 players apiece. And we want your help. We want your help over on Twitter to help us decide what players are going to be on those teams, what team names we're going to go with. The first 6 team names have been revealed over on Twitter for NBA Playgrounds. If you want to know the first 6 team names in our NBA Playgrounds League that we're going to be doing, you can check that out right now on Twitter, TB Sports 27 on Twitter. And you'll want to be following us on Patreon as well. You can subscribe for the lowest tier, the $5 tier, and we're going to be posting the weekly standings and stats for our NBA Playground season on Patreon, because we can't do it on Twitter because there's not enough characters to be able to post standings and stats and all that stuff. So if you want to keep up with the league, as a lot of you guys have been asking for the basketball content, we are going to be playing that here on the channel. But if you want to keep up with the standings, the stats, all that fun stuff, you can do that over on Patreon, patreon.com/tvsports27. But Twitter is where we're going to reveal throughout the days to come the different team names. As I said, the first 6 team names have been revealed in the league. 6 more teams to come. We're going to have at least 12 teams for the inaugural season. We can always do more at this point, but it's going to be an arcade-style league. 4-team leagues with the basketball, a little arcade style for you guys. But I think it's going to be exciting. It'll be fun. We're going to play all different places. We'll go all over the U.S. There's international places you can play at, too, in NBA Playgrounds. And we're going to jump into the play-by-play in this in just a moment. We're getting these plugs out of the way, but definitely check us out there. Twitter, Patreon, and, of course, subscribe here on YouTube, because that's where you're going to see the action. But if you want to follow along, you got to do so over on Twitter and Patreon, TB Sports 27 on both. The Patreon link down below. I need to update my the generic type down below to include our Twitter, but it's just TB Sports 27 on Twitter. You type it in, you can't miss it. We got a couple of good folks who follow us over there already. So, as we said, this is Game 3. It is a 1-1 series tie. We lost Game 2 in overtime. And now we are back in Hockey Town here for Game 3. Guaranteed to at least have one more stream to have a Game 5 to close this one out. And after this, as we tweeted out on Twitter as well, we're going to do a doubleheader. The Battle of London, the RXFL, the London Monarchs, the London Bulldogs. The last time both those teams played, it was a record-breaking game. Norm Van Brocklin's historic record was finally broken as Carolina's going to get the first goal of the game here. Norm Van Brocklin's historic record finally broken at the hands of John Elway and the London Monarchs. That game ended in a tie. It was a crazy game. It was one of the opening week games of the RXFL, one of the first games we saw in the new league. And the rematch, because both teams in the same division, the rematch coming your way right after this stream. Let's go to Mike Holder. He's going to give us the announcements on the goal scores here.
Hurricanes goal, scored by number 13, Lauren Fogle, assisted by number 25.
Oh my God. Well, they couldn't even get the announcement out, and we get a second goal. So we're behind in a bad way right now on the face-off, coming right in, getting it right past Fleury. And I mean, it was an open shot, but you didn't think a vet like Fleury would be able to. I mean, it was right there. It was like a wrister, and Fleury couldn't even get the glove on it. I didn't even see who got that. It went so fast. Let's listen to Mike Holder again.
Carolina goal, scored by number 16, Vincent Trocheck, assisted by number
Trocheck.
7, Morgan Duke, and by number 4, Hayden
Goes Trocheck with the goal.
8 minutes, 35 seconds.
You see Bertuzzi, 11 assists for Tyler Bertuzzi. We're down, though, in a big way. Took game one, dropped game two. 1-1 series tie. There you see Fleury getting a pad on it. Luke Glendenning going to go across the ice to Dennis Cholowski. Darren Helm. Nice shot by Helm. Peter Mrazek. Oh, that was a bad move by Mrazek. Mrazek put that right back out in front of one of our guys. And unfortunately, watch this. Oh, they're going to cut it off. But, boy, that was a rough move by Mrazek. It's too bad we couldn't take advantage. 2-0 Hurricanes here. A rematch from the 0-1 Stanley Cup championship game. We hear some guys calling for a line change there. Darren Helm just tries to flip that one into Mrazek to try to get something. Peter Mrazek's had some good moments in this as former Detroit Red Wing goaltender. 7 faceoffs won. What the heck? There we go. One for us. Oh, Bertuzzi, he couldn't get turned around. They're trying to set up for a nice slap shot there. Bertuzzi got turned around, and that messed him up. Let's go with the defense here. Come on now. That one poke checked away. Bertuzzi. Good shot by Bertuzzi, but turned away by Mrazek. Checking to the boards. Bertuzzi picking it up again. Nice slap shot. Bertuzzi trying to get assist number 12 here in the postseason. Not going to happen. Nino Niederreiter. That one was off target. Anthony Mantha with possession. Mantha up ice to Joel Eriksson-Ek. Eriksson-Ek going to go around the boards to his Minnesota Wild teammate and Jason Zucker. Fancy puck work not happening right now for the Red Wings. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in the first. Good check into the boards. Red Wings will pick up possession. Beautiful pass. Bobby Ryan gets the shot away. Mrazek gets his stick on the puck and puts it back up against the boards. Marc-Andre Fleury pad save right there. How'd you guys spend your weekend so far? Yesterday, pretty busy day for me. As I said, we streamed a little bit. We went to the Comic-Con in town. And then the rest of the evening, I watched the National Championship game, the IFL National Championship. Great game, close game. Boy, Quad Cities, they stayed in it, man. They were a resilient bunch. But they just could not overcome the Northern Arizona Wranglers, who the Wranglers held the lead the entire ball game. And as much as Quad Cities tried, oh my God, it's 3-0 Carolina. As much as Quad Cities tried, they were not able to overcome Northern Arizona. So it was a really good game, really exciting game, but the Wranglers take it. The quarterback for the Wranglers, the former quarterback of the Troy Trojans, Caleb Barker. That's where I went to college. So fun to see a fellow Trojan come in and get the win and win the championship, to go from 1-13 the year before to winning the championship this season. Incredible turnaround for the Rattlers.
Hurricane school, scored by number 86, by number 22.
Boy, that was almost dangerous right there. Kirill Kaprizov, he got his first postseason goal, and he nearly got number 2. Oh, man. Puck right out in front of the net, and we couldn't get any decent shots away. 3-0 Hurricanes in the first Eastern semifinal home postseason game for the Detroit Red Wings, and it has been a disaster of a start for our guys. Darren Helms saved by Mrazek. And we are going to go into the locker room trailing by 3. Now, we have come back before, so it's not like we're completely out of this thing. In fact, we were down by a bunch in game 2, came all the way back, tied it up, ended up losing in overtime. But we got to figure something out quick. Shots on goal pretty even right there. Chat's pretty quiet right now. As expected, I've often mentioned that hockey is one of our least viewed, underperforming videos on the channel. But we try to represent all sports here. That's why we're finally doing hockey, or finally doing basketball. But yeah, definitely NHL. I don't know what it is, that there's just not... I mean, hockey's always been, I guess, widely considered for a while number 4 of all the big 4 sports. But definitely when we do NHL content on the channel, which is why I don't do it that often... Love saved by Mrazek. It is always one of the least performing videos. I've mentioned that WWE is always number 1. Football comes in at 2. Everything else is kind of number 3, and hockey is always the least performing, underperforming video. But I enjoy hockey. I like hockey, and like I said, we got to represent all sports. And who knows, maybe we'll find our hockey fan base out there one day. Even if you guys don't really enjoy watching it too much. But the way this is going, this season might be over before we know it, because it's already 3-0, and it's not going good for the good guys in white and red. Oh my God, could not get the shot away. What the heck is happening out there? Detroit's, I mean, staying aggressive on defense as they get another shot on goal, but knocking guys into the boards and such. Oh, my God, good job. Well, Chalosky, he got his shins in front of it, but it still got to Marc-Andre Fleury. Fleury, a couple of beautiful saves right there. Face-off won once again by the Hurricanes. Speaking of the Hurricanes, did you guys see the Miami Hurricanes' new uniforms? The glow-in-the-dark. I don't want to, if you guys are fans of the Revolution League, the Tennessee Toxic, I don't want to say nothing, but I think those Hurricane uniforms, I think they might have ripped us off. What do you guys think? Go watch the Tennessee Toxic games in the archives, and then go look at those new Miami Hurricane uniforms and tell me those uniforms don't look exactly the same, huh? I think the Toxic, if they were still around, obviously they split into 2, and the Tennessee Oilers and the Memphis Egyptians, but, got a little something to say there. Line 2 in the game, and we haven't seen much out of the A-line so far in this game. Jonathan Taves and company. Well, Nemestikov's got a break, and one-time opportunity. Robbie Fabry gets it, and the Red Wings get the first goal at home in the postseason here. That was beautiful. I mean, it was 2-on-2, technically a 2-on-1, because he had 22 that was back in hot pursuit. But Nemestikov right there to Fabry, and Fabry is still in some traffic, but managed to get the goal. So that's fantastic. So here comes the comeback. I can feel it. Comeback time right now. Let's go to Mike Holder. He's going to make the announcement. Could we go back to back? Oh, man, great save by Mrazek. There you see our guys lighten up the scoreboard with goals in the postseason. A lot of those coming in the series one against the Washington Capitals, an insane amount of goals. You can see how our guys are just all crowding up that goal scoring line. 2-2 series tied here. Desperation game 3 for the Wings. Filppula is going to lose the faceoff. Check out into the open ice. Filppula takes it. He's going to cut inside and he's going to lose the puck. There's an open Luke Glendening. Oh, Glendening loses it. Come on. There's Geeky. Stahl takes it. Stahl going right up. Where's the defense? Oh, my God. Stahl should have had a goal right there. Forget about that. Oh, what a check. The 8-seeded Cinderella Detroit Red Wings trying to hang on here. Knocked off the top-seeded Capitals. What's that flurry on flurry coming up here? Oh, defense right now for the Wings. Tyler Bertuzzi's got open ice. And he couldn't get it. He was trying to go for the backhand. Bertuzzi trying to get another assist, and it's turned away by Mrazek. Peter Mrazek. Saved by Fleury. And they're going to whistle that one dead. Woo. 7:28 to go, period number 2. A doubleheader. We got game 3. I guess a triple header if you want to consider it. Game 3 and game 4 of these playoffs. And then it's going to be the Battle of London. London Monarchs, London Bulldogs in the RXFL. One-timer, Bobby Ryan shot that one up and over, and that's going to be a souvenir puck with some lucky fan here in Hockey Town. Help me get the word out there. We need to get the Hockey Town phrasing back on center ice. I don't know why they ever got rid of that. That is Red Wings tradition, and I've been a Red Wings fan since the 90s. Bring back the Hockey Town. I don't know if there's any other Red Wing fans out there who might have the same thoughts that I do. But I can safely say, like I said, I've been a Red Wings fan for at least 20 years now, 20 years plus. So I feel like I have a say in saying I think they should have center ice say Hockey Town on it. I'm sticking to it. Well, we stopped the hurt, at least as far as the Hurricanes scoring goals. We've managed one. Ooh, that easily could have been number 4, the way that deflected out there. Bobby Ryan couldn't get a clean shot. Jason Zucker, slap shot, deflection, Eriksson Ek and company. I haven't seen much out of the A-line. There's been Jonathan Taves. I don't know if he hadn't been out there much or what, but I feel like we haven't seen much out of him at all. Beautiful. Oh, that's no way. They call that offside. I was about to say beautiful pass, but they whistle it dead. That's not right. Oh, my God. All right. Well, here we go. Face-off picked up by the Wings. Fabry, our only goal, taken away. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Good defensive effort there by our guys. They didn't give up on it. Kirill the thrill. Kirill Kaprizov. Slap shot. Glove save by Mrazek. We've had a couple of those snipe-like slap shots that we've been able to get in the early games. Go back and watch Game 1 and Game 2. We had a couple of those that were good to go. Stetcher, deep shot, that one. Left out there, picked up. Nemestikov, no. Nino Ryder. Minute 30 left. Fast, not fast enough. Here comes Niederreiter. Well, fast, nearly got that one. Fleury's had some great saves in the second period, and it's back to a 3-goal lead for the Hurricanes. Well, Jesper Fast, that's going to be his first. That's what I get for making fun of him. I mean, not much Fleury can do on that one. Goodness me. Four to 1 Hurricanes.
Carolina goal scored by number 71, Jesper Fast, assisted by number 88, Martin Neckes, and by number 21, Nino Niederreiter. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 27 seconds.
Big deep shot by Geeky. And it's going to be gloved up by Fleury. Bertuzzi, Zucker, they're sitting up top at the assists. For our guys, at least. It has not been a good homecoming for our Red Wings. Back down by 3. We'll see if we have a 3-goal outing in us here coming up in the third period. Going into the third. Game number 3. Hurricanes leading the way 4 to 1. Come on, Hockey Town. Get to your feet for the Wings. Taves back out there. We'll see if Jonathan Taves can get things going. It has been a quiet series number 2 for Mr. Taves after he had all those goals against the Washington Capitals. Trying to get it to Taves right there. Another save by Mrazek. Stolen away by Chalowski. Bertuzzi. Anthony Mantha, for that matter, too, has been. Here goes Jonathan Taves. There's Mantha with an opportunity. Oh, my God, Mrazek. Save after save. Mantha. Bertuzzi saved again by Mrazek. It's incredible right now. There's Aho. Saved by Fleury. And he covers it up with 16:07. Boy, we had a couple of shots there, did we not? And Mrazek stopped everything. That was the one right there. Right on the money. Mrazek hangs tough. Niederreiter, glove saved by Fleury. The B line out there, line number 2. Good job by our guys. Crowding the net, not letting any of those shots get to Marc-Andre Fleury. Eriksson Ek trying to get an angle on it. It gets hit. He loses it. Stetcher and Fast. Jesper Fast, he had the goal earlier looking for number 2. Woo! That one off the mark. Well, this was the similar goal that happened earlier, only it was the other way around. It was Nemestikov to Fabry. That time it was Fabry to Nemestikov. Didn't happen. Oh, Fabry did not see it. That was a near disaster, but a poke check. A great poke check by Marc-Andre Fleury. Kirill Kaprizov just trying to get it into Fabry for his second. And we're starting to wind down on time here. Darren Helm. He's going to lose it. Credit to the Hurricanes. They're not allowing us very many clean shots on goal. Great Sider. Come on, Sider. Pick it up. Dopola dumps it over to Danny DeKaiser. Here comes Darren Helm. And Darren Helm trying to get in, get the backhander. And again, that Hurricane defense remaining extremely tough. Big check into the boards right there. Sider takes it. He's going to get up ice to Glendening. Glendening's going to lose it. Under 10 to play. We're getting a couple line changes out there. And that might just do it, folks. That might do it. I don't think we're coming down for. But that's why they play the game, right?
Hurricanes goal. He is fifth of the playoffs. Scored by number 37, Andrei Svechnikov. Assisted by number 86, Quentin Carolina. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 22 seconds.
And there's Sensenkov again. He's trying to go back to back. They're keeping him out there. He thought he'd get a rest. 5-1 Hurricanes in game 3. Look at how crowded the net is. Good goodness. Good night, nurse. Hamilton. Aho. Oh, Bertuzzi's got a shot and another glove save. Man, he's going to burn a hole through that glove. Peter Mrazek has caught everything he could possibly catch in that glove. Mantha, that's going to break some shins. Oh, Cholowski just completely loses it. Geeky took a big shot by Hronek. There's Jonathan Toews. Come on, Toews, get goal number 9. Toews hitting Trochet around. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Running the shot on goal at least. Bobby Ryan. Bobby Ryan is able to get away. Another save by Mrazek. Right in front of the net to Zucker. He could not get possession. And time is winding down right now on game number 3. I call this the Minnesota Wild line. Eriksson Ek, Jason Zucker in there. There's Bobby Ryan, and again, no clean shot, and we're ticking down under 2. Fast. He already has 1 goal. His was kind of the dagger when we were trying to come back. That goal by Fast, goal 4. That one really hurt us. Niederreiter back over to Fast. Kirill the Thrill. Oh my God. Well, this was a rough one. Let's just try to forget about this one. That was, I think that's just a gassed Marc-Andre Fleury at this point. Because, I mean, it just kind of, that was about as easy as you can get. 6-1 is going to be your score for game number 3. Hopefully it stays that way. They don't get a 7 on the board. We're having a lot of 7s in our game with the Washington Capitals. Still can't get one by Mrazek. And an interesting way to end the game as we just kill a whole bunch of time. Carolina takes this one. I think they broke the curse of the Black Unis. They're going to win Game 2 and Game 3. Game 3 in convincing fashion here. 6-1 is going to be your final in Hockeytown. And we're going to bring you Game 4 coming up in just a couple of minutes here. Checking in on the chat. Still pretty empty, as I said. You guys... not big fans of the hockey content. I get that feeling. Well, I know that feeling. I can tell, like I said, I can tell them the performance. All you gotta do is look at the views. Compare the views. Hockey way down there. But we love hockey. We're gonna get hockey. We're gonna get hockey loved on this channel, all right? We're gonna get it boosted back up. Maybe hockey needs to be a Twitch stream thing. People, maybe Twitch people like hockey more than the YouTubers. We got a couple of 2-1 series out there as we're looking across, but let's go ahead. Game 4. I'm so glad the Coyotes went back to their old school. I call them the Keith Tkachuk era. I was a big Keith Tkachuk fan back in my heyday of growing up watching hockey, but much better uniforms. Game 4. Save percentage under 900 for Fleury, which is not ideal. But here we go. Game 4, we're trailing. We can try to tie this one back up and guarantee at least a Game 6 with a win. If not, it's do or die. Oh my God, Jonathan Toews. Oh, it did. Oh, I thought he got it. I thought we got it for a moment. But of course, Mrazek gonna hang on to it here. Good to see the board cleared after that disaster. That's 6 off the scoreboard here. Cholowski, deep shot. Mrazek save again. Going back to Game 3. There's something, I mean, I was going to say it's something in the water in Detroit that Mrazek's playing good. He was a former Red Wing, but he didn't play this strongly when he was in Detroit. That's for sure. This is Game 4. Hurricanes up in the series 2-1. Best of 7 series, of course. Fancy puck work by Mantha and a deep shot. Saved by Mrazek. Another save by Mrazek. You can just put it on repeat at this point. Saved by Mrazek and just replay it. That's what's going on right now. Still only 1 penalty called in this series, which is pretty amazing considering how many we had in the opening series with the top-seeded Washington Capitals. But only the 1 penalty, and that was called. That cost us the playoff, the overtime game in Game 2. Well, they're hitting hard. Wow, people are rocked out there. We got a possible 5-on-4. As I'm not sure who got laid out, but he's still picking up his teeth. Picking up his jock. I don't know. Red Wings hitting hard out there. Niederreiter. He had one of many goals in Game 3 here in Detroit. Deep shot saved by Fleury. Looking like Mrazek out there flashing the leather. Face-off won by the Hurricanes. And a possible, well, I was going to say maybe a breakaway. Kaprizov. Backhander saved by Mrazek. Wow. Oh, Jordan Stahl's going to get that one, and it's we can't stop the hurt right now. Fogarty it was a beautiful one-time pass. And it's 1-0 Hurricanes.
Hurricanes goal, scored by number 11, Jordan Stahl, assisted by number 13, Will Fogle, by number 25, Tyler Palmieri. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 6 seconds.
Well, we keep showing this stat line for Tyler Bertuzzi. He's been stuck at that number for quite some time now. Most of our A-line has been a little quiet in this series. There we go! It was on the deflection, yet another save by Mrazek, but Luke Glendening picked up the deflection on the save and put it in the back of the net to tie this one up. Valtteri Filppula, the rebound picked up by Glendening, and the goal for the Detroit Red Wings. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Go Wings, go. The chant started 10 minutes in. Let's go. Let's get some momentum back in Hockey Town. Look at the people. Oh, come on. Woo, come on. Oh, boy. Darren Helm. Trying to get one to Glendening. Detroit's going to slow this thing down. Very smart right now. Hurricanes not giving us anything. Ooh, that was a close one. And they get possession back. Wow. Hurricanes playing tough on defense now. You don't want to lose two at home, that is for sure. Almost got the backhand to go, Darren Helm. First period winding down. Save by Fleury. Anthony Mantha, he loses it to Bertuzzi, and Bertuzzi trying to pass it back to Mantha, goes around the ice. That's okay. It worked out. Jonathan Taves, saved by Mrazek. Taves is desperate. He's like, where's all my goals from this first series? Jason Zucker got pinned up against the board, just had to get rid of it. Still in the first. It's been an intense first period here thus far. Saved by Fleury. Nemeth. Erickson Eck. No. Gardner. He's going to be in trouble. Ryan throwing that stick at him. Still no penalties called in this one. Both teams playing for playoff hockey. Playing a very clean game. Or we got an officiating crew that's just going to let these guys play, which is nice. There we go. I don't know. He was in the crease. They're going to give it to him. Kirill Kaprizov, his second postseason goal. Are they going to call it? I don't know. Maybe he got the shot away. I mean, he ended up in the crease, and no doubt about that. Whoa, what happened there? Let's see. No, it was clean. He was not in the crease. We had possession of the puck. So the Red Wings take the lead here at home for the first time in this series.
Red Wings goal, scored by number 97. Assisted by number 17, Emma Ronick. And by number 54, Bobby Ryan. Time of the goal, 17 minutes.
Fans are getting into this right now at Hockeytown. The face-off's a little more even, too. It'll be nice if we can hang on to actually take a lead into the locker room. That's been a long time coming. Boy, we're hacking away right now at Mrazek. Finally broke through twice. Oh, that was close. Can we get one more shot? Kaprizov? No, can't happen.
With hot food and ice-cold beverages, now's your chance to join us at one of our many concession stands located throughout the stadium.
2-1. Did they just call this a stadium? This is an arena, man. Look at the shots on goal. That's a lead in shots on goal, too. All right, period 2. I like it. Let's keep it up. Here for the Wings. Good save right there by Mrazek. Another in the long line of fantastic saves. Around the net here. Bertuzzi, whoo, just missed it. Sends him off. You know me, I'm bad at saying these names. You know the the harder to say names for an American such as myself, I just try to avoid, because I don't want to say them wrong. Sends him off. I know all about Peter Mrazek there. Big opportunity here in the Hurricane zone. We're going to lose the face-off, though, which kind of hurts. Glove save by Fleury. Oh, and now we are in our zone and we win the faceoff, so we'll take that all day. Zucker, puck kind of gets away. Zucker's going to pick it up, and Bobby Ryan, Mrazek gets the pad onto that one and sends it to the backboards. Big breakaway opportunity for Jason Zucker. These backhanders have not been working well. But the angle that the Hurricanes are giving us, that's kind of our option. because they're really cutting off all angles, which, as we said, credit to them. So it kind of leads us to doing the backhand, but we can't quite get it to go. Vladislav Nemestikov picked up here by Zucker. Nemestikov, Zucker, saved by Mrazek, finally! Mrazek saving a million shots, but that one gets past him. Robbie Fabry with the goal. And that was a second one that just got deflected and left out into the open ice. So a couple of rebound goals going up against Peter Mrazek here.
Detroit goal. Scored by number 14. Assisted by number 18, Jason Zucker. And by number 92, Vladislav.
3-1. It's nice to have a little bit of breathing room here finally.
8 seconds.
Give the fans something to cheer about after that miserable performance in game 3. Oh my God, that was a breakaway waiting to happen, and Luke Glendening just lost it. Well, Connor McDavid has now passed up Jonathan Toews, as Toews has been held quiet here as of late in series number 2 after a monstrous performance in series 1. It's crazy how different games could be, man. In game 1, we were losing every faceoff. We were getting dominated. Look at the difference one game makes here. The difference between game 3 and game 4. Boy, there's a lot right there, and you knew that was going to happen. There was a lot of traffic in front of the net. And Mrazek had no idea where it was, and Fabry goes back-to-back, and he's one away from a hat trick. Mrazek had no idea about where the puck was. Look at that. He can't see that. There's 8 legs in front of him. 4-1 Detroit. What a turnaround.
Detroit goal. Scored by number 14. Assisted by number 97. And by number 41, Luke Glendening. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 32 seconds.
It's kind of weird they don't have announcements for some of these guys, because it's not like you hear them say the numbers. It's not like these guys aren't regular hockey players. Like, it'd be one thing if they were like rookies. I guess that's, you know, they say typical EA, right? But like Kirill Kaprizov is a normal, well, there you go, that cuts the lead in half. He's like a normal player. It's not like he's a auto-simulated rookie for this game. So why he doesn't have his name in the game, I have no idea. Four to 2 now. Semestikov. 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 I'm listening to the announcement. Don't get the pronunciation down. Wow. Carolina coming strong now. Checked away from Bertuzzi. Jonathan Toews was right there looking for goal number 9, which would have put him back on top of Connor David. And how about the battle? The young, athletic upstart Connor David and the old veteran Jonathan Toews, and they're neck and neck. There's Fabry. And again, Fabry doesn't have his name in the game. Like, when the announcer reads his name, it just says number 14. Why is that? Ooh, that one's stolen away from Bobby Ryan. 4 minutes to play. 4-2 Wings here in the second. Stetcher up to Erickson Eck. Erickson Eck, nicely done there. Fabry. No, that wasn't. That was Bobby Ryan. I saw the 4. I got excited. I thought we were going for the hat trick. Still only the 1 penalty called in this entire series. That's got to be a record for playoff hockey, is it not? When does that ever happen? I was actually kind of laughing at the... I told you I watched the Broncos preseason game last night because I'm a big Broncos fan. Levy was doing the old ESPN guy. He was doing the play-by-play for the game. And both teams were wearing their... Broncos were wearing their home orange. Cowboys were wearing their navy jerseys, which they rarely wear, as you know. And Levy just threw out the line like, when have you ever seen that in NFL history where 2 teams wearing their dark-colored jerseys? And it's like, are you kidding me? Maybe just because I'm a Broncos fan, but I can at least count 2 times in the past couple of years that's been the case with the Broncos. And, of course, you guys just look it up. The Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. All right, there we go. Darren Helm. The Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. The Browns wore their all brown, and the Broncos wore their orange. And then the Buccaneers last season. The Broncos wearing orange and the Bucs wearing their all pewter. So it's happened twice in as many years. This was, in fact, the 3rd time. So it's just kind of funny that he was like, oh, this never happens in the NFL. And it's like, really? I've seen it happen twice in the last... Like, I don't remember when the Browns game was. It's been at least within the last 3 years this has happened the 3rd time. This would be the 3rd time this would have happened in at least 3 years. So I kind of had a slight chuckle at that line being thrown out there. But it's preseason football, so, you know, accuracy be damned and all that fun stuff. All right, Game 3, we got to hang on. Game 4, rather, period 3 coming up. This has been quite the turnaround from where we were in Game 3. And let's try to close this one out and tie this series up. So with that being known, since before, because I don't want to do spoilers, wow. There's Aho, Sam Aho. So when we were playing with the Capitals, we did, I said Sam Aho, Sebastian Aho, pardon me. Because it was 3-1, we did all the games in single pairs. We can now do Game 5 and Game 6 as one together stream. Because I don't want to do spoilers. The reason I do the separate games, if that makes sense. Because if I did, you know, a stream and you saw that it was like an hour, then you would have known I would have won Game 1. But the game can't end on Game 5, so... So, the next time we stream, we can do Game 5 and 6 all in one big stream. But that's if we can hang on here. Carolina, while we're rambling about our streaming plans, the Hurricanes not going to make this one easy on us. And interestingly enough, I coached the Hurricanes for a small amount of time on one of the older NHL games on my old YouTube channel. Only, I think we did like 2-3 years of that. Of course, we don't have the footage of that. We do have the entire footage of our Anaheim Mighty Ducks, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim season that we did on NHL 2K10. So if you want to see one of the last 2K hockey games, we did a season of that, and that will be going up on Patreon within a couple of months here. So check us out, patreon.com. You don't have to be a super fan or a mega fan to see the bonus content, to see the classic content. You just have to be a TV Sports 27 historian. Which actually, the price of gas is going down, so I can't make my joke that for less than the price of a tank of gas, you can see the historic content. But super fan, mega fan tier, that is for those of you that want to request streams. For our super fans, there's 30 of you that can sign up, and every other month will be for the super fans. And once a week, we'll send you a message and say, hey, it's your time. What do you want to see streamed on the channel? we'll give you a date and time. Usually we'll try to make it like a weekend thing. I want to try to make it so you can actually join us. But even if you can't join us, you'll still be able to, in the archives, watch your stream. So even if you're not able to be a part of it, but just know that it would mainly be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing, just for the sake of trying to be able to allow you guys to join in. And probably around the evening. You know, well, I don't know. On the weekends, I like to do it in the afternoon. On the weekdays, it's usually in the evening, so maybe weekend afternoons. But if you're a mega fan, you get at least 6 streams per year, because every other month is Mega Fan Month. And during Mega Fan Month, we will stream, and there's at least 5 Mega Fans, so there's not a whole lot of openings for Mega Fan. Only 5 of you guys can sign up for that tier. It's the top tier. And you get all the bonuses, too. You get all the historic content. You get all the classic video. You get all the photos from my trip to Fargo. I'm going to be going to New York in December, so you'll get to see all the photos from my trip in December, and we put that up there. You'll get the stat books. You're going to be able to follow along with our NBA Playgrounds season mode that we're going to be doing. But as a mega fan, you'll be at the top tier. You'll be at the highest tier. And what that means is, as we said, with Mega Fan Month, there's going to be 5 of those streams. So every other month will be for the Mega Fans. Every other month will be for the Super Fans. But for the Mega Fans, you're going to get your stream every other month. So that's at least 6 times. Could be maybe more. If there's not that many Mega Fans sign up, your name might get called more than once. If you're a Super Fan and you sign up and there's not 29 other Super Fans, then you're going to get your stream, you know, once every other month as a patron. So just keep that in mind as well. But for the Mega Fans, there'll be 5 Mega Fan streams during Mega Fan Month. At least once a week, obviously. There's not 5 weeks in most months. There's going to be some weeks, probably on a weekend, like a Saturday and Sunday, where we do back-to-back. But you guys get to pick whatever you want to see streamed. You want to see football? Do you want to see baseball? I know a lot of you guys have been saying, hey, download my character and put him in season mode. We can do that. Now, obviously, there's only so many universe mode slots. I'm talking about WWE 2K22. If we do that, you have to keep in mind as well, you have to be realistic that we already are using 1 universe mode slot for our universe mode. There's only 2 more open. So that's why it's time is of the essence, because if those slots are filled, you know, you can only have 3 universe mode slots. If 2 of those are filled, you know, unfortunately, we won't be able to fill that particular request because it's just not possible. The game doesn't allow it. So keep that stuff in mind as well. But it doesn't just have to be WWE content. We were doing our quarterback, our face of the franchise with Tim Tebow. We did 1 episode of that. That was a request. And we haven't gone back to it since then. If you guys would like to see that series continue, you can request that over on Patreon. If you guys would like to see the XHL continue, we started that. We're going to do our Legends Hockey League, much like our Legends Football League, much like we're about to start our Legends Basketball League as part of NBA 2K Playgrounds, which will be really fun, the arcade style. If you guys want to see that come back, as we talked about the hockey stuff, low rated, that's why the XHL never ended up going. But we had a couple of teams made. We had the Atlanta Firestorm. We had the North Dakota, was it the Flicker Tails? We had the Hamilton Mountain. We had a couple of teams already. I think the mistake I was making, too, is the game was saying we had to draft 40 players, so I was kind of like running out of players. But then I realized, well, you don't need 40 players for a roster. You only need like 25 as a minimum. And since we're not going to be putting them into a season mode, then it didn't really matter that we needed 40 players. So if we want to revisit the XHL at some point, like I said, that could be a thing you guys can request over on Patreon. And we'll probably retool. We'll keep the teams, but we'll probably retool the rosters a little bit. Ooh, had that sneeze coming. All right, we'll probably retool the roster so that there's more openings for folks to be on different teams. So it's empty net here with less than a minute to go as the Red Wings looking ahead. Can we get an empty netter? They put 6 on us. Can we get the hat trick? Oh, he missed it! Oh, man. Oh, wait, that's not the hat trick, right? It's not Glendening, is it? I don't even remember now. I don't remember who had the hat trick now. Well, he missed it anyway, the open net. Oh, can we get Taves? Come on, Jonathan Taves. Oh, no, are you kidding me? The 2 easiest goals, and we're missing them. That would have put Taves back on top. Come on, come on. Oh, my God, are you kidding me? Oh, my God. The 2 easiest goals in the world, and we whiff on it. For both Taves, the potential hat trick, and for Taves to break his drought and get goal number 9 and put him back on top. Oh, my goodness. That's rough. Well, we'll take the win, though. We'll take it. So that ties us up, folks. We are all tied up. 2 games apiece. And that means on the next stream, we are going to play Game 3. Or we're going to play, sorry, this is Game 3 and Game 4. We're going to play Game 5 and Game 6 all together in one together stream. They won't be separate since we're all knotted up at this point. So what a series this has been. Hopefully our guys don't get gassed as we're potentially looking at another 7-game series coming up here. So we're all knotted up. I want to see, because I guess... let's just look at the stats. Oh, it was Fabry that had the near hat trick, so it was not a... so it wouldn't have been a hat trick anyway, but that's still brutal that both of those goals were missed because they were pretty easy. So there you go. Okay. Well, that's going to do it. We're going to wrap this up. Hopefully you guys will check this out on the archives. Get those views up for hockey. As we said, hit us up on Patreon, patreon.com/TBSports27, and let us know what you want to see. As we're going to sim up to our Game 6. And let's see, Edmonton up 3-1, Chicago up 3-1, and both Eastern games all knotted up at 2 apiece. Jason Zucker's now taking the lead as points leader here in the postseason. So we're going to wrap this one up. We're going to stop this one here, and we're going to be right back in less than 2 or 3 minutes for the RXFL, the Battle of London. London Monarchs, London Bulldogs. Game 1 was incredible, a record-breaking performance. What's going to happen in the rematch? We didn't even get a winner the first time the 2 teams played. They were winless. They went to a tie. What's going to happen? Stay tuned. RXFL coming your way. Battle of London next.